I got bangs, and you know what? As one always does, I regret it 100% right now. It doesn't help that I was wearing a hat today because it's snowing, so it's like frizzy mess. I don't like it. I'm just very grateful that I decided last minute to not get also a long bob because I would have totally looked like Lord Farquaad. But you know, hopefully I play with it and end up liking it. Maybe they'll grow on me or just grow. But yeah, let's just ignore this and hopefully it gets better with time. So the important thing is today's video is going to be about my reading wrap up for October and then the beginning of November because I didn't have time to do one because I was moving. You might notice slightly messy in the background. It's because I'm currently filming the reorganizing of my bookshelves, which is happening soon. I am vlogging also. There's so many videos coming. I just need still a bit of time and I wanted to absolutely post something because it's been a week. So yeah, the video is about the ones I've read and the ones I'm currently reading because I have been making a lot of progress because a lot of audiobooks while I'm painting, packing, unpacking, and reorganizing the shelves. So let's go through the books right now. So in October, I only finished 2 books because again, life was crazy. / a lot of books I ended up having to, well, I didn't, but they got returned to my library and I didn't have a chance to finish them. So hopefully I will have time to finish them before the end of the year. But the first book I finished, I think I do have the physical copy somewhere. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This is an adult historic fiction, which was part of my Goodreads reading challenge. You're going to see a bunch, actually, all the ones I finished were part of that challenge because I need to do a video in November and I was trying to finally catch up on the books I didn't have a chance to read so far this year. I feel like I was kind of nervous to read this because it's raved about so much and most people seem to absolutely love it. And I wasn't sure I was going to because, again, historical fiction isn't really my main genre. A lot of people were also saying that this had like pretty writing and to listen to it as an audiobook, which I did. So happy I did it because I'm not sure I would have finished it otherwise. I feel like I preferred the story. You're following 2 characters, 2 teenagers, a little girl who is blind, a French girl, and then a German boy that becomes part of Hitler's youth. I think that's what he is part of. Now I can't remember. It was last month. Doesn't matter. He's German, she's French, and you know, World War II. I have to say, I think, again, audiobook was the right way to do it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. I understand the hype, basically, because this is super raved about. I think this was the winner of, like, best of the best, and I liked it. I think I gave it a 4 stars, 3.5, 4 stars. It was good, just not something I personally would ever reread or really rethink about much. But if historical fiction is your thing, if World War II is your thing, it's popular for a good reason. The next one I did finish was The Drive by Jane Harper. This is my 2nd book by her, and technically for the challenge I was supposed to read book 2 in this series, duology. Basically murder mystery in little Australian towns. And if you're going to read these and you want to get the full experience, again, audiobook is the way to go because oh my, the accents. When I finished her newest one, The Lost Man, I was not ready for it at all, but it grew on me and I ended up liking it. But unfortunately for me, her books kind of just don't really resonate with me or something. I love little town vibes, especially like paranormal, sci-fi, or even contemporary. I feel like it gives you that little comforting feeling. But for some reason, I'm just not getting that with her books, so I will not be reading more books by her. They were fine, nothing wrong with it. They just don't really stand out. They're not something I will think about again. I had mentioned recently how like I almost resent 3-star book more than the ones that gave like 1 or 2 star because at least those I can complain about them. They really like get to me somehow. But the ones I gave 3 stars to, like this one, I'm kind of just so indifferent that it's hard to review them because there's nothing wrong with it. There's just nothing that really appealed to me. So yeah, I don't really get the hype with these ones. Next, I finished The Rise and Fall of Dinosaurs by Steve Brusatte. This was also part of the challenge. This one was the science and technology, I think, category. As a kid, I was obsessed with dinosaurs. And if you want to hear someone geek out about dinosaurs for like hours, you need to read this book. or listen to it as an audiobook. It was great. Basically, even though I'd heard of it, it was still funny to, you know, hear from the expert that dinosaurs were basically giant chickens. So yeah, it was great. Not something that I need to read more about, but it was still nice, kind of, you know, a general idea about dinosaurs, and I definitely recommend it if you are interested. I think I gave it 4 stars. I'm not big on rating non-fictions, but I would recommend it if that's your thing. It was good. The next book that I finished / DNF'd because it's not gonna happen is Koushin. This was part of, again, the Goodreads challenge for romance, best romance. I was telling myself, you know what, let's give it a chance because getting out of my comfort zone is something I enjoy doing, but we kind of all knew that Romance and Me was not going to work out. This really did not work for me. I, again, went with the audiobook because I was painting and I had nothing else to do. And I thought, you know, more useful to listening to an audiobook than, you know, a TV show or music. At least I'm working, you know what I mean? I'm enjoying myself. But the first time I listened to it, I could not even finish the first chapter because I hated it so much. And I know a lot of people enjoy this book because the main character is on the spectrum, so obviously diversity, being able to relate to characters for some people is great. Unfortunately, I don't think it was due to that whatsoever. It's just that, you know, romance tend to have a lot of descriptions and, like, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I just could not get into it. I did read more than, you know, the first chapter, but like the more I read, the more it annoyed me. And basically a young woman that decides to hire a male prostitute. That's pretty much what it is. And romance. No, I DNF'd it. I can't do it, guys. I can't. I think next year I will not include a best romance category, or I just won't read for my next Goodreads challenge. I tested it. I can't. We're gonna end this here. I can't do that. So yeah, that's the last book that I finished. Now, the ones I'm currently reading. Let's start with a physical book because I feel like I've been talking about audiobooks, which I will continue to do that, but still have a lot of unpacking. You're gonna see that in my vlog because I am currently building some IKEA furniture and struggle is real. So excited. The Secret Commonwealth by Philip Pullman. This is book 2 in the Book of Dust series, and I just checked, there's a 3rd book coming. I didn't know. I'm so happy. There's no date or anything, no title, anything, but just knowing that there's going to be a 3rd book is just making me so happy. This is basically the follow-up of Is Dark Materials trilogy. If you haven't read that, it's one of my favorite YA fantasy. It's not really YA. Again, if you are an adult and wants to get into YA, this is the way to go. It was one of my favorite series as a kid. So much went way above my head. The TV show just started. I watched the first episode. I am so happy. It's so much better than the movie. And I am dying for some armored bear. I can only say it in French. I cannot wait. But basically, but in this series, I'm super excited, clearly. The first book, I did not like it. It was basically prequel to that series, and this is 10 years after it. And I am only 100 pages into it, like 111. And so far, I'm obviously enjoying it. No spoiler, but I want to say that so far, it's breaking my heart that 2 characters are not getting along. And I'm like, you know, like being a big baby about it. I'm like so annoyed. But yeah, there is like what, like 600 something pages. So they have time to get along. Please do. I will keep you updated. I will definitely finish this month because it's like the only physical book that I'm like, I have to read this one. As an audiobook, which I don't know where my phone is, I'm currently listening to The Institute by Stephen King, and I'm enjoying it. I feel like Stephen King, when he comes out with a book every week, it can be so hit and miss, and I haven't had a lot of luck. I'm trying to remember with the latest work that he's been coming out with. What was the last book that I read by him? Was it Sleeping Beauties? What is my hair doing? It legit looks like I just glued some hair there. I am actually really enjoying this. I am about 50% into it. I will probably finish it tonight while swearing and trying to build my dressers upstairs. But so far I'm really enjoying it. Basically kids with supernatural powers are being kidnapped and put into the Institute for what reason? We don't know. And yeah, so far I'm actually really enjoying it. So I'm happy about that. Ooh, one book that I didn't finish in October because it got returned to the library is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, which I read The Secret History by her earlier this year. I did enjoy it, so I decided to try something else by her. And I'm having a little bit of a rough time with that one. I'm about, I think, 80% into it when it got returned. So again, I have time to finish this month for sure, so if I do get it. But I don't know if I connect with the story at all. I do like some characters, but basically a teenage boy who goes to the museum with his mom, and then there is a bomb. The mom dies. He has to, you know, live with this. And actually, as he is there, he ends up stealing a painting, a very famous painting, and he lives this life, and there's a lot of drama. And like, as I'm reading this, I feel like it's definitely more of a character-driven story slash, where is this even going? Like, who has a life like that? I don't know, my feelings are really all over the place. I'm hoping that the, you know, last 20% will make it or break it for me, but I did almost put it down, and I did get, you know, it did pick up a little bit, but I don't know. I have weird, complicated feelings about this book for sure. Other books that I haven't finished yet is Nosferatu by Joe Hill. I'm hoping to read it before the end of the year because it's about Christmas land and horror and everything. And so far I'm kind of indifferent about it, so we'll see what happens. But I did start it as an audiobook, so I will finish it that way if possible. But I, once again, have no idea where is this even going? Like, what's the point? I'm finding myself like feeling like that about a few books. It was the same thing with Wanderers, which also a 32-hour audiobook. These three, I think, are all like 30 hours audiobooks, and I kind of all feel meh about them, so I'm kind of not really mad they got returned, but I kind of have to finish them, so that's another one. And the last one that I am in the middle of and hoping to finish it before the end of the year, hopefully this month, is She Has Her Mother's Laugh, which is a nonfiction about genetics, and I am overall enjoying it, but I feel like it is ridiculously long, and I don't think there's that many pages even when you look at the page count on Goodreads. There's only 500 pages, but for some reason it's taking for absolutely ever. I do feel like it could have been edited shorter. There's just too much. I feel like it could have been condensed, but I am overall enjoying myself. It's just that eventually it becomes a bit heavy to listening to an audiobook, a nonfiction audiobook, for this long when it's not captivating. So yeah, those are the books that I am in the middle of right now. We'll see how many books I can finish this month. I'll definitely do a wrap up. But, oh, and by the way, I haven't had the chance to go to IKEA yet, so I am missing out on one bookshelf, but it is happening because it was the first goal on Goodreads, no, on Patreon. And then actually I have to go because we hit the second goal, which was me putting Emily's, which, by the way, Emily's face, she is currently chilling up high, so she's not dead, don't worry. She made it in one piece. I need to take a picture of her and put it on a shirt, so whenever I do like the next challenge, I will have her face on the shirt. Maybe I should make like a tiny one for her with my face on it. That would be funny. And then we hit the third goal also, which I need to make you choose on a new best with a certain category. So again, I will link my Patreon down below if you are interested. But yes, I have a lot to catch up on, but things have been a little crazy. This is where I'm at right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, you have vlogs, organizing video coming your way. And yeah, I will see you later on, maybe with a better in control situation here. I hope you enjoyed this. Thumbs up, subscribe in the comment section actually if you have read any of these, how you felt about them, whatever you are reading right now, because everyone likes to hear what the people are reading, right? I will be putting some more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye.